An overview. A ball is a round object, usually spherical, but can sometimes be ovoid with several uses. It is used in ball games, where the play of the game follows the state of the ball as it is hit, kicked or thrown by players. Balls can also be used for simpler activities, such as catch or juggling. Balls made from hard-wearing materials are used in engineering applications to provide very low friction bearings, known as ball bearings. Black powder weapons use stone and metal balls as projectiles. Although many types of balls are today made from rubber, this form was unknown outside the Americas until after the voyages of Columbus. The Spanish were the first Europeans to see the bouncing rubber balls, although solid and not inflated, which were employed most notably in the Mesoamerican ball game. Balls used in various sports in other parts of the world prior to Columbus were made from other materials such as animal bladders or skins, stuffed with various materials. As balls are one of the most familiar spherical objects to humans, the word ball may refer to or describe spherical or near-spherical objects. Ball is used metaphorically sometimes to denote something spherical or spheroid, e.g., armadillos and human beings curl up into a ball, making a fist into a ball. Etymology. The first known use of the word ball in English in the sense of a globular body that is played with was in 1205 in Layman's Brut, or Chronicle of Britain, in the phrase, "Some hold dry and bales, why Joan the Felders." The word came from the Middle English bal inflected as bully, s, in turn from Old Norse bulla pronounced bulla, compare Old Swedish bulla, and Swedish bull from Proto-Germanic baluzi, whence probably Middle High German bal, bull s, Middle Dutch bal, a cognate with Old High German ballo, palo, Middle High German bale from Proto-Germanic balenweak masculine, and Old High German bull, pol, Middle High German bale, Proto-Germanic bull and weak feminine. No Old English representative of any of these is known. The answering forms in Old English would have been bilu, a, ecum pabilic, balok. If bull was native in Germanic, it may have been a cognate with the Latin fall as in sense of a thing blown up or inflated. In the later Middle English spelling bale, the word coincided graphically with the French bale, bull and bale, which has hence been erroneously assumed to be its source. French bale but not bull is assumed to be of Germanic origin itself, however. In ancient Greek, the word pala for bull is attested besides the word sphere. History. A ball, as essential feature in many forms of gameplay requiring physical exertion, must date from the very earliest times. A rolling object appeals not only to a human baby, but a kitten and a puppy. Some form of game with a ball is found portrayed on Egyptian monuments, and is played among Aboriginal tribes at the present day. In Homer, Nausicaa was playing at ball with her maidens when Odysseus first saw her in the land of the Phaeacians. Pi 100 and Halios and Laodamas performed before Alcinous and Odysseus in ball play, accompanied with dancing. B 370. The most ancient balls in Eurasia have been discovered in Karasher, China, and are 3 years old. They were made of hair-filled leather. Ancient Greeks. Among the ancient Greeks, games with balls were regarded as a useful subsidiary to the more violent athletic exercises, as a means of keeping the body supple and rendering it graceful, but were generally left to boys and girls. Of regular rules for the playing of ball games, little trace remains, if there were any such. The names in Greek for various forms, which have come down to us in such works as the of Julius Pollux, imply little or nothing of such. Thus, a poraxis only means the putting of the ball on the ground with the open hand, ornia, the flinging of the ball in the air to be caught by 2 or more players. Feigning would seem to be a game of catch played by 2 or more, where feinting is used as a test of quickness and skill. Pollux IX 104 mentions a game called Episcurus, which has often been looked on as the origin of football. It seems to have been played by 2 sides, arranged in lines. How far there was any form of goal seems uncertain. It was impossible to produce a ball that was perfectly spherical. Children usually made their own balls by inflating pegs' bladders and heating them in ashes of a fire to make them rounder, although Plato for SBC described balls which have leather coverings in 12 pieces. Ancient Romans. Among the Romans, ball games were looked upon as an adjunct to the bath, and were graduated to the age and health of the bathers, and usually a place for a stream was set apart for them in the baths-thermae. There appear to have been 3 types or sizes of ball: the pila, or small ball, used in catching games, the paganica, a heavy ball stuffed with feathers, and the pholis, a leather ball filled with air, the largest of the 3. This was struck from player to player, who wore a kind of gauntlet on the arm. There was a game known as trigon, played by 3 players standing in the form of a triangle, and played with the pholis, and also one known as harpastum, which seems to imply a scrimmage among several players for the ball. These games are known to us through the Romans, though their names are Greek. Modern ball games. The various modern games played with a ball or balls and subject to rules are treated under their various names, such as polo, cricket, football, etc. Prolate spheroid balls. Several sports use a ball in the shape of a prolate spheroid.